Hi everyone, this is your biology class. I'm your teacher Seema Adreja. So in this lecture we are going to discuss the process of oogenesis. That is the formation of egg in case of human female. Oogenesis in case of human female is a discontinuous process. Why we called it as discontinuous process we will discuss little later. Oogenesis starts with the embryonic stage in case of female fetus. In 1 month old fetus, we are talking about female fetus, the number of primary follicle is about 1700 in ovary. Development of female fetus starts in the uterus of the mother, where number of primary follicle in ovary of the 1 month old fetus is equal to 1700. Further multiplication takes place in primary follicle, and in 2nd month old fetus the number of primary follicle increased up to 6 lakhs by multiplication. And when we observe in case of 5th month of its embryonic life, the fetus ovary consists of 7 millions of primary follicle, and the number goes on increasing by multiplication of the primary follicle. After this, primary follicle undergoes atresia. What do you mean by atresia? That is, shrinkage of the primary follicle starts and their number goes on decreasing. At birth, developing child ovaries consist of 2 millions of the primary follicle. Until puberty, the process of atresia continues and the number goes on decreasing. And at puberty, there is 60,000 to 80,000 primary follicles are present. So the number is very less at the time of puberty. In the 5th month of fetus development, the number was of 7 millions. But after atresia, number goes on decreasing, and till the puberty, the number remains only 60,000 to 80,000 primary follicle because of atresia process. Out of these, every 500 primary follicle, only one develops into egg every month, as we already discussed when we study the structure of ovary. Every month one primary follicle changes into Graafian follicle and the secondary oocyte or egg is released from the ovary. So out of these, every 500 primary follicle, only one develop into egg every month. All these changes are divided into 2 parts. Some of the changes taking place before birth and some are taking place after birth. So some changes before birth and some changes continues after birth at the time of puberty. So there is a long gap between the changes take place during embryonic life, that is before birth, and the changes takes place at the time of puberty. Because of this long gap between these changes, we call the oogenesis. It is a discontinuous process. Process of egg formation or oogenesis is completed into 3 steps, as we discussed in case of spermatogenesis. First phase is multiplicative phase, in which mitotic division takes place into the primary follicle, and the number of primary follicle increases, and there is the formation of oogonia takes place. Second phase, growth phase, in which the size of the oogonia increases by the process of vitellogenesis. Vitellogenesis means that is yolk formation takes place inside the egg, and the size of the egg increases. In case of human female, size of the oogonia increases by 200 times due to the synthesis of yolk. Yolk provides the nourishment to the developing embryo. In case of human female, development of fetus takes place inside the mother, and all the nourishment is provided by the placenta from the mother's body to the developing child. So little less yolk is produced in case of human female in comparison to the other organism where egg laying takes place, that is egg is released outside the body of the female and the development takes place into the environment, like hen's egg. They are the egg laying animals, release egg outside the mother's body into the environment. So yolk is the only nourishing material which provides nourishment to the developing fetus. But in case of human female, little yolk is present because all the nourishment is provided by the mother's body through placenta to the developing child. So in the growth phase, growth takes place by vitellogenesis, that is yolk formation takes place. Size increases by 200 times in case of human female. The third phase is the maturation phase, in which meiotic division takes place and female gamete egg is produced, in which chromosome number is haploid. Now we discuss all these stages in detail. How is the process of oogenesis takes place in case of human female? The processes start with the primary follicle. These are the primary follicle. Actually these are the mother cell, in which mitotic division takes place. Number of chromosomes in each cell diploid, that is 2n number of chromosomes are present in each cell. This phase is known as the multiplicative phase. And the cell produced by multiplicative process is known as the oogonia. Chromosome number is equal to 2n, that is diploid number of chromosome. Diploid number of chromosome in case of human female or humans is equal to 23 pairs, that is 46 number of chromosomes are present in every cell. After this, vitellogenesis takes place, that is second phase is growth phase. Growth by vitellogenesis process, that is yolk formation started, and the size of the oogonia increases 200 times. This is known as the growth phase. Now we called it as primary oocyte. The chromosome number is diploid, that is 2n number of chromosomes are present in this. Now the third phase started, that is the maturation phase. In primary oocyte, meiosis 1 cell division takes place. Meiosis 1 is the reductional division, which reduce the chromosome number to half. Two unequal size cells are produced. One is bigger in size and the other one is smaller in size. The smaller cell is known as the first polar body. Chromosome number is equal to n because the cells are produced by reductional division. Meiosis 1 is the reductional division which reduces the chromosome number to half, and the bigger cell is known as the secondary oocyte, in which chromosome number is also haploid, that is n number of chromosomes are present. All the cytoplasm of the primary oocyte comes into the secondary oocyte, and the polar body very little in size, very little amount of cytoplasm or no cytoplasm is present in the first polar body. Later on, these first polar body may degenerate. Now this is the stage when ovulation takes place. What is ovulation? That is release of secondary oocyte from the ovary. The process is known as ovulation, and this secondary oocyte released from the ovary and reaches to the ampullar region of the fallopian tube. Second meiosis division occurs, meiosis second, and it is the equational division. In which chromosome number remains to same into the newly born cell as present into the previous cell. So in the secondary oocyte there is n number of chromosome. The cells formed by meiosis second division also consist of n number of chromosome. So by meiosis second is triggered by sperm entry. Sperm entered inside the secondary oocyte. That time in secondary oocyte second meiosis division takes place. So meiosis second is triggered by the sperm entry, and after meiosis second a large size ovum or ooted or egg is produced, in which chromosome number is n, that is haploid number of chromosomes are present, and by this one smaller cells are also produced which is known as the second polar body. In which also n number of chromosome is present. If this first polar body divides, then two polar bodies are produced from this, and later on all the polar body degenerate. They do not play any specific role in the body of the female. So by oogenesis process, it is completed in 3 steps. First step is the multiplicative phase. In the multiplicative phase, mitosis division takes place into the primary follicle or mother cell, and by mitotic division oogonia are produced, in which chromosome number is equal to 2n. After that growth phase takes place. In the growth phase vitellogenesis takes place, that is yolk formation takes place. Yolk is the nourishing tissue. By growth process the size of the oogonia increases by 200 times, and now we called it as the primary oocyte, in which chromosome number is diploid still. Now the third phase, that is maturation phase, started, in which meiosis division or reductional division takes place. That is known as the maturation phase. Meiosis 1 is the reductional division which reduces the chromosome number to half, and from primary oocyte two unequal sized cells are produced. The bigger cell is known as the secondary oocyte, which consists of the entire cytoplasm of the primary oocyte, and very smaller cell first polar body is produced. Both the cells are produced by meiosis 1, which is reductional division. So chromosome number reduced to half, that is n number of chromosomes are present in secondary oocyte and in first polar body. At this stage, ovulation takes place, that is secondary oocyte release from the ovary and reaches to the site of fertilization, that is fallopian tube. In the fallopian tube, if the sperm entry takes place into secondary oocyte, then meiosis second division takes place. So second meiosis division started or triggered by sperm entry. Meiosis second is the equational division. So the chromosome number present into the secondary oocyte is n. So in the newly born cell also the chromosome number remains the same, that is n number of chromosomes are present. And after meiosis second, there is the formation of large size ovum or oocyte or egg and small cell produced, which is known as the second polar body. This is the complete process of oogenesis. I think the concept is very much clear to you all. This is all about in this lecture.